In September of 2017, my wife decided she wanted an SUV. She then decided she wanted a GMC Terrain. Well, considering our past experience with car dealers and how they all suck, lied to you, mislead you, and do all kinds of other horrible things, we decided to go to Carvana for our next purchase. And this is what she found right here. A 2014 GMC Terrain with $17,500. Besides the fact that they don't hire any dealers, another thing I like about Carvana is they have a huge inventory. I just looked just now, and there are, right now, on July 27th, 97 GMC Terrains to choose from. There is no way you could find 97 Terrains in Northeast Arkansas or most of the other country. Used, and you can just pick whichever one you want. I know when my wife picked hers out, she had multiple pages and dozens upon dozens to choose from. She narrowed it down to 6 or 7 or 8 finalists and finally chose the one you see here. Fast forward a few days and here we are taking off to Nashville from Paragould to trade in our 2013 Prius. Because Jonesboro was the closest place they would deliver it to us, about 25 miles away. But we wanted to see the vending machine, so we drove 250 miles to the closest vending machine just to experience that. We spent the night in a hotel room there in Nashville because we didn't want to drive 500 miles in one day plus the process of buying the car. But that process was very simple. It did take about 45 minutes, I'm thinking, to do the paperwork and stuff. So I decided next time I was going to do the paperwork online. As we walked in, I noticed the video board behind the welcome desk, and that has cameras in the tower so you can watch the car being brought down. The only problem was on this day, the monitor was stuck. It was just showing a still picture, and that was very disappointing. Now, I could have I could have strolled my wheelchair outside and watched it as it was being brought down and recorded it, then rushed back inside what was going through the tunnel. But that would have been very difficult with me in a wheelchair. We did not get to see it being brought down from the tower. That was very disappointing. Pam was excited to get her token though, to insert into the slot and start the vending process. Here's Pam using the car vending machine.
Here we are. Alright, so I'm going to select your name here. This is going to light up. We'll give you 1 second and you'll drop your token in. Then we'll wait and it'll go up, grab the car, bring it down.
And there's the monitor. Right there is the monitor.
Yes. So that camera actually I think is frozen. The one that's actually in there is frozen. But you'll be able to see it move back there.
Oh, okay.
Just a heads up. Alright, ready?
Now.
Yes, ma'am.
You say it raising up over there?
Yeah. Man, I hate that the monitor ain't working. There's no way to see the car being brought down. Nah, that's all right.
I don't mind.
Finally, we had the first glimpse of our new car. This is the first time we've ever bought a vehicle without actually looking at it. Of course, Carvana has a 7-day return policy, and nothing said we had to take it even when we got there. We could have looked at it and drove back home. And we could have taken it back within 7 days. Now, there was, I think, a 400-mile limit. After that, you have to pay a fee. So much per mile. And we were going to eat 250 of those 400 miles up just on the way home. But we weren't worried because the only way, my wife already knew, the only way she was taking this back was if there was something wrong with it. If it started smoking or something, she would have taken it back. Or if it just seemed strange, she would have. But she was fairly confident she was going to keep the car. And they actually have a satellite dealership in Memphis. We could have just taken it straight to Memphis and dropped it off if we didn't want our car back. If we wanted ours back, we'd have to take it back to Nashville, though. That's a good sized vehicle. I was worried it was going to be. I was expecting to be shorter than that. I'm glad it's not. You know, because I've never really looked at one except on the internet. I've never noticed
We
these
sell a
things.
good bit of them because they're that good crossover size.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking it might be the size of a.
Like a CRV almost.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. As a matter of fact, if we had taken the car all the way home, then wanted our Prius back and give this one back to them, yeah, that'd been about 500 miles round trip, so we definitely would have had to pay a penalty. Of course, that's not Carvana's fault. You know, we could have had it delivered to Jonesboro if we'd wanted. We just chose to do this, and I'm glad we did. Then it was time to look at it up close and give it one last inspection. Here you can do whatever you want with the car. You can test drive it, you can kick the tires, you can get out your magnifying glass, anything you want to do. Of course, we didn't test drive it. I mean, we knew it was going to drive okay. That wasn't going to be a problem. After inspecting the vehicle, it was time to do the paperwork, get our gift bag, which was very nice of Carvana, and then we could finally head home after I'd say about an hour to an hour and a half after getting there. In our new car with 25,838 miles on it, which is significant because this car will not get driven much. I predict about 3,500 miles a year, so even as the years go on, it'll be a low mileage vehicle. We made it home without incident except for this truck we saw that was on fire. Everybody seemed to be okay as they were all standing around outside the truck. But we did make it back to Paragould on the one tank of gas that Carvana gave us complimentary. And when we opened up the fuel door after getting back home, we noticed a $10 gift card, which was a real surprise. But I enjoyed the new SUV so much. When I got home, I immediately went to Carvana's website and started looking for my own. Within a few days, I had purchased the one I bought, a year newer, 2015, for $500 less than we paid for the 14. But I was not going back to Nashville. This time I would have it delivered to Jonesboro, about 25 miles up the road. There's Carvana with the new vehicle. There they are. Thanks. Well, it looks sharp.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll unload your car, and then I've got a couple things for you to sign, and that's it.
Okay. That looks sharp. We had to meet them at Walmart because we're slightly outside their delivery area. Starting the 2015 Terrain for the first time. Ta-da! It's ours. I traded in a 2012 Scion IQ. And yes, believe it or not, my wheelchair would fit in the back the way mine breaks down. And I named this car Big Bertha. Goodbye, Big Bertha. Goodbye. Bye-bye, Big Bertha. We now had two SUVs that were just alike, except one was a year newer and different colors. They even had the same features. And it took me about 5 payments of getting tired of making $297 a month payments. And so luckily for me, the Carvana offered me $500 less on trade-in than I gave for it. Now, part of that reason was because I had a $500 referral from Pam. They let me use it even though we lived in the same house. But yeah, I was able to, get rid of that $297 payment. And it only cost me $500. And yes, I knew when I traded my payment was going up by about $115 a month. And at the time I thought it'd be worth it. It's such a nice SUV. And the IQ was so small. But yeah, it wasn't worth it for very long. And I saw all those years of payment still left. I wanted to cut that payment down. Hello. This will be the last full day that I own this 2015 GMC Terrain. All my friends thought I was insane for trading this car for what I'm getting next, a 2015 Chevy Spark electric vehicle. Yep, I've been wanting an electric vehicle for 2 years, and I've been a little scared about winter. Plus, about the time I'd get ready to pull the trigger, somebody would talk me out of it and tell me it's a horrible idea, I'm making a mistake, I'm going to regret it, so on and so on. But I watched probably 200 videos of EVs over the course of a couple of years and decided I was going to get one. It was a way to cut my payment. It was a way to save on gas. It was a way to save money all the way around. And this SUV you're looking at right here, I got it financed for 6 years. I still owe about 5.5 years left. The EV I financed for 5 years. And I could, making the same payment as this, I could pay it off in 3.5. I'm not sure I will make that payment, but I could. So yeah, and plus the gas savings, yeah, that on there, I could probably get it paid off in 3 years compared to 6.5. And a lot of people still think I'm nuts because, most people look at this and look at the Spark EV I'm getting and they would just say, you are insane. You're absolutely nuts. Which I had some people to actually tell me that. It's pretty much what they said. But anyway, now normally we're outside the delivery area. Carvana will deliver to Jonesboro, Arkansas, but not Paragould. But they forgot to charge my electric car. And when the guy got ready to deliver it, it only had about 25 miles, I think it was, left on it. I can't remember thinking back on it. And he said Paragould was just a few miles outside their delivery area anyway, only about 15 miles. So he called and told me he could bring it right to my house. That was fantastic. I was excited about that, not having to meet him in Jonesboro. So he pulled right up to my house, and I was such a goofball that I had my phone in portrait mode instead of landscape mode. Plus with the sun, it was very hard to see anything on the screen because I was using my phone for the video camera. But anyway, the guy was very nice. I've never talked to any Carvana associate on the phone or in person who wasn't just extremely friendly. And for the first time, I didn't get a gift bag. I did get a free cup and a straw, but no gift bag. And for the first time, I didn't get a $10 Visa gift card. I don't know if they quit doing that or if they were just out. But when the guy found out this was the 4th vehicle we've bought, he said, if I'd known, I'd have brought you all kinds of good stuff. But that's all right. Very nice guy. See how quiet it is? Hold these, please. The first time I've ever sat in an electric car. Well, I have now sat in an electric car. There they go with the other one. I'll do Facebook Live. Well, there are a lot of people that think I've gone insane. Look at that cord. Carvana sent me a couple of items. One, they sent me this t-shirt. The new way to buy a car, Carvana. And I love what the tag on the inside says. Made with 0% salesman. Heck yeah, that's why I like Carvana. They don't have any lying, conniving, dirty salesmen. Here's the other item they sent. A little dog scarf.
See there?
For Dinky.
Little dinky, stinky McStinky.
So we've bought 3 vehicles from Carvana. And if you count my adult son, that would be 4. This is the one he got right here. And he's the same as me. When he needed a new car, he went to a car lot and he figured out in 15 minutes why you don't do that. And he says the next time he buys a car, he said he can't say for certain, but he's almost certain he will go to one place, Carvana's website. He is not going to mess with car dealers. They are too irritating. He said it took him 15 minutes to figure out that he did not want to talk to them, didn't want to deal with them, didn't want to associate with them. It's sad that it has come to that. It's sad that there is a need for Carvana. It really is, in my opinion. I do know that when I bought my Chevy Spark, the last one I bought, which I've named Sparktacus, when I bought it, I went to one place to look for it, Carvana. I didn't go anywhere else. And in Northeast Arkansas, I couldn't buy it on a lot around here because there just aren't any. But even if there had been, I wouldn't have gone anywhere else. As a matter of fact, I was talking to a dealer. I took a vehicle in to be serviced, and he asked me how Carvana worked for me because he saw my nameplate on it. And I told him it was great. He said, well, next time you want a car, come by and at least give me a chance to earn your business. And I told him, I said, my next car is going to be an electric vehicle. Now, they don't have any in this area used. None. And he knew he couldn't get me one. So he said, why do you want one of those? And I said, well, for one thing, there's very little maintenance on them. Immediately, he turned to a car salesman and started lying. He said, you don't know the half of it. They have tons of maintenance on those cars. He completely lied because he knew he couldn't sell me one. He didn't care what I wanted. He wanted to talk me out of that and talk me into something that he might could get me. I will not put up with that. I will go to Carvana from now on until one or two things happen. Until Carvana changes and goes negative, or until car dealers change and go positive. I can't see either one of them happening for a long time. And even if car dealers did start being honest for a change, I'd probably still go to Carvana because of their 7-day return policy, and I just like them. But that's the way I feel about it. Go Carvana. Great company. Great company. I like it so much, I bought stock in the company. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.